All right, welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president and founder here of the Mortgage Calculator. I'm joined by my brother and partner, Kyle, and our mentor, Jose Gonzalez, who has over 26 years in the business. Basically, I want to talk a little bit about what makes us different. And obviously, we're excited that we are now our own company. So that's also what makes us a little bit different if you've watched some of these videos before. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll walk through it a little bit. So most of you have probably joined the call from this page. So hopefully you're familiar with some of the bullet points. Again, some things have changed because we're excited to announce that we are our own lender now. So basically we've had this business model and a branch and a large team as a FDIC bank, a real bank, as a large team, as a broker team, also a large team, non-delegated and delegated. And we find that the best model is kind of a combination, right? So we consider ourselves kind of a hybrid lender. But we're a non-delegated correspondent lender, but that also means we can still broker. So let me get into some of the bullet points here. As I mentioned, we can do all the different kinds of platforms and channels, really. So we love to be able to place our leads wherever they fit. So we have dozens of broker and correspondent options. Obviously, pricing is usually better in the correspondent world, but we want to still be able to broker it if we need to find a deal or a home for that deal. What we do love about being a correspondent, since we've been in every position, is that there's no max commission caps. So when we get into the commission later, that's pretty exciting when you can do some correspondent deals. There's not a lot of caps or rules on that, which opens it up when we're doing some of these great investor deals for us to make some great compensation as well. Daily leads. So myself and Kyle, we're obviously not the traditional owners of a mortgage company, right? We come from a little bit different background. We come from the advertising, marketing, and lead generation world. So we are very passionate about generating leads at scale for you guys. And we're able to give you guys all kinds of different leads. Basically, that breaks down to whatever different kind that Kyle will show you here in a minute where they all come from. Comes down to a 50-50 split. So we'll talk about how that looks on the compensation, and Kyle will actually show you what those leads look like. Again, since we're coming from kind of more the technology side of the business, right? We have no monthly fees, no tech fees or DEX fees, because we have written every line of code for what you see here. Every line of code for the website, for the CRM, for the LOS, everything that we do, we've built ourselves for us. So we're not having to pass those fees on to anybody and charge any weird fees like that. So what you see is what you get. All our tools are free. We love empowering you guys with our own tools and being able to control that from start to finish for us, by us, right? I do loans every day. Jose does loans every day. We make sure the system works for the loans that we do every single day. Along with that comes our CRM and dialers. So Kyle will show you exactly how that looks. Pretty much industry standard. Nothing too fancy there, but it's important that we all have that as a key piece of what brings everything together. So when you log into our CRM, everything's there, email, everything, and all the stuff you're used to as well with the CRM and the dialer. What we kind of add on top of that and what's built into the CRM as well is the custom website. So what you're seeing here is my version of the website. Everybody has their own version, and you can actually take applications through the website as well as generate leads. So everything's integrated all in one, no different pages to send anybody or places to log in. We are also very passionate about setting you guys up with your own leads. So what we mean here is whether you guys have leads already coming in or you want to set up your own lead campaigns, we love to set you guys and empower you up with the lead campaign. So Kyle will show you what that looks like, whether you guys just want to purchase some or you already have your leads rocking and rolling and you want to plug them into our CRM and our system. Another thing that I'm very passionate about myself, my book of business, I love the investors, right? So nowadays, everybody loves the idea of the DSCR loan, but we've been doing that for about 3 years. So we've been servicing investors in non-QM for a long time. And particularly the DSCR business purpose loans we can do in over 30 states. Really almost any state, as long as it's a true business purpose or commercial loan. It doesn't really matter about our NMLS footprint because we're doing a commercial loan. And our investors love those types of loans, and they're even more popular today as more and more investors and lenders bring them on board. So we love doing those. Also, we focus a lot on the non-QM, which we'll talk about a little bit later. What we also love to do is support. So Jose always talks about this in his part, but we do a lot of support where we found a lack and a need for the MLO is the ability to go from not knowing anything to being able to do your first loan. So we have a great support system. Along with that, we want to be able to get with you one-on-one with your team leader to actually take over your screen and help you on those first few loans, as well as a whole training center and some other stuff that Kyle will show you in the back end. That's really cool. So we're all about support. Now, what you guys are probably all here for, let me go into the actual compensation and try to explain the differences here. So there's 3 basic plans here. Now that we are our own lender, we found that these are kind of the best combinations for the people that work well with us. So again, we do things differently, right? We want to make sure we're clear with that. We focus on leads. So what we always focus everything we do on is people that want to participate with us in leads. So what these plans might be not what you're used to, and the names might be not what you're used to, but let's try to explain it. So obviously the goal for everybody is to become a senior loan officer. We can do that and pay you up to 200 basis points commission. So for those of you that might be new, 200 basis points means 2% commission, which is very high for all the conventional non-QM, all the stuff we're used to. Obviously there's some different commission splits on different types of deals, but everything you guys are pretty used to. 2% commission, which is a great commission. And if you take a company lead, remember it's a 50-50 split. So we still pay 100 basis points or 1% commission if you take a company lead. So very, very high commission there once you get rocking and rolling. Now to get to a senior loan officer, what we need to do, again, since we're very different and we operate differently, we want to make sure that everybody who joins the team, whether you've done 1,000 loans or 0 loans, we want to make sure you do 5 loans with us. So if you got a great pipeline, great. We want to make sure we work with you, team you up with a team leader who can get you through those first 5 loans, get you through our system, get you through our lock system, all our different logins, make sure that the loan flows nicely for our customers, and then we will upgrade you to the senior plan. So anybody that joins as a loan officer, you're going to join on the loan officer plan for the base 150 basis points commission on the conventional non-QM, which is 1.5% commission. Take a company lead, that would be 75 basis points or 0.75 commission. So that should hopefully be on your first 5 deals. The guys that are rocking and rolling should be no sweat. Most people do about 5 loans a month. So that'll just be kind of a startup process for you. If you're just learning, that might take you a little bit, but we'll go ahead and get you upgraded once you learn the systems. Now, what we have found is a lot of people aren't quite ready to dive into being a loan officer that are maybe new, maybe want to take a little bit slower. So we do have a plan if you need a little bit more support or you're not quite ready to maybe take it 100% full time. We do have a loan officer assistant. So this is not what you guys might be used to as an assistant. This does mean licensed loan officer. But really what it means is we're going to team you up with a senior loan officer to actually do the loan. So if you're not ready to sign the loan, do the loan start to finish, do all the stuff that comes along with the loan, the responsibility, you can go ahead and join on this plan. You can still make a great commission. 75 basis points is more than most of the large lenders that a lot of you probably coming from pay. And basically you're going to be the assistant on that loan. So you're going to work with the customer, get the customer's information. You're going to work with a senior loan officer to set up the loan, and you'll be the point of contact for that customer and act as the assistant on that file. So it's not that you're an assistant for the company. It's not that you're an assistant for a specific person. You're going to act as the assistant on this file because you're going to make 75 basis points on this file. Because it's, at the end of the day, it's your customer, maybe your friend, maybe your family member, or maybe you worked on some of the lead lists that Kyle's going to show you where you can generate leads from our system. So 3 basic plans there. Kyle will go into a little bit more details after we go and show you how it all works. But basically just understand if you're not quite ready to go full time, the assistant plan is great. You still make way more commission than a lot of the large call center type lenders, and you're still in control of your own business. If you're ready to jump in, we're going to go ahead and start you on the loan officer plan. If you guys are already rocking and rolling, you'll quickly upgrade to the senior. So we don't want to hold you guys back. We want to pay you this top commission. We just make sure you learn our systems. So usually the next part of this is we just kind of go into a little spiel on the software, but we have Kyle here who can actually show you guys how it works. So Kyle, you ready to take over and actually do a demo?
Yep, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here, and we are good. So of course, when you come on board, we will do a full training on this. We have plenty of trainings, but I'll just point out a couple features here. So first of all, we have our CRM. Now, this is probably what you're all used to. You can contact your clients, you have your contact history here. You can put them on automated drip campaigns to text and email them over time, all that kind of good stuff, right? However, we have something really cool here with our quoting system. So let me show you that you can take 6 pieces of info from a client, pop it in here into our quoting system, pull the pricing through our API with Optimal Blue or Loan Sifter, and be able to pop in the rates. You can do this all within a couple minutes, maybe 2 minutes once you get used to it. And it pops out and it sends the client a text and an email with this nice, pretty quote with their rate choices, what these things mean, the details of the deal, pulls in the Google map automatically, does Zestimate automatically, gives the monthly breakdown of their taxes, insurance, HOA fees, the estimated closing fees, And of course, you here as the loan originator, and it's also on your website, of course. And then you can attach your realtor partners to this deal as well. Now, your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they give you a client, not only can you quote them within minutes, but you're going to attach the realtor to the deal. So you're both here looking nice and pretty, showing your client, we are your team that's going to push this deal across the finish line. No one is doing that for your realtors. Nobody's attaching them to their quotes, putting them on here. People love to see themselves on a website or a quote, right? This looks absolutely beautiful. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. Now the client can go ahead and start their loan application right here if it looks good, and they create their borrower portal, which I'll show you here from the client side, where they immediately can pop in here, start their 1003 right here in our system. We have a full 1003 application. It's prompting them for the basic documents we're going to need to upload the documents, right? So you have everything here that the client is going to need to upload. Now, let me show you what this looks like on your back end. Now that they've started the loan, you can also help them with the 1003. You can also upload documents, but more importantly, you can request documents. So you can say, oh, I do need 12 months of bank statements and this and that, save changes. Now we're asking them for the 12 months of bank statements and notifying them through the system saying, hey, we need 12 months of bank statements. Click here to upload it in your borrower portal, right? You can also request the whole packet. Let's say, oh, you know what? I'm going to replace this because it's going to be a DSCR loan. Let me apply that. And then we're going to be asking for only the documents we need for a DSCR loan. What if you need a signature from the client? We have a built-in API with the e-sign where you can say, yeah, I need them to sign this. Now it's down here. It's going to let them know you need them to sign this form. They click here and they can sign it right within the system. They don't even have to leave the page to use the e-sign. And then of course you can request custom documents. Of course, the underwriter is going to sometimes give you custom documents that you need to sign, and you can do that in there as well, right? So amazing quoting system, start to finish. You can take this client from not only being a lead to being a quote and then collecting all the documents. Now, what happens after we collect the documents here and we are now doing the loan? Let me go ahead and show you our pipeline page where you're going to keep track of all of your loans. Now, keep in mind, the number one complaint about loan officers from both clients and realtor partners is lack of communication, right? So we are going to use our system to make sure we know what loan is where, at what lender, what investor it may be at, and more importantly, the stage and the milestone. Is the appraisal ordered? We're going to make sure that we know that. Do you want to send a notification to the client? You can check or uncheck that. That's going to email the client and the realtor attached to the deal an email saying the appraisal has been ordered, so everybody is on the same page. You, us as a company, the realtor, the client, everybody knows what's going on, right? So we're going to take the client in our system from being a lead to being a quote to gathering all the documents to then originating the loan and keeping track of the whole process here through our pipeline, everything in one system. So now let's talk about the leads themselves. Where do the leads come from and how does that work, right? So let me show here Jane Doe. Now, we are going to give you leads for no upfront cost all day, right? Your phone is going to be blowing up with text messages. Now, those text messages, those are coming from our Facebook ad. So somebody is literally clicking that ad, double opting in to be contacted. The instant that person presses submit, you are sent a text message instantly. That goes to 5 of our loan officers, and the first one to click the lead gets it. We must call that lead within the first minute. So that is how we accomplish that, right? If you're the first one out of those 5 people to click it and claim it, then you get that lead. Now, when you pull that up on your phone, it's going to look like this. And you're going to say, oh, Jane Doe submitted for this, wanted the DSCR loan. I'm going to go ahead and click call and call them right there, right? So that's the first and foremost way we give you leads, or those hot leads that are coming through via text message all day that are real leads from our ad campaigns. And I'll have Nick talk a little bit about the type of leads here in a second. The other way that we provide leads is the auto dialer. So we give you our auto dialer built into our system. And you can call a few hundred people a day with the auto dialer. You just pick up your phone and start controlling it through the system. You never hang up your phone, just have your headphones in or whatever it may be. And you can drop the automated text and emails to them with one button. So we have leads in here, real lead lists. We have cold call lists in here. We have lists of realtors that you can call in here as well, right? So a bunch of ways that you can call leads here in the auto dialer. Now, let me talk about the other ways we have to give you leads, which is to purchase them. So the same leads that we're giving you at no upfront cost, you can purchase those as well. If you purchase them, there is no lead split and there is no competing to claim them, right? So you're going to purchase the leads. All we do is put your budget on a Facebook ad. We copy the Facebook campaigns that we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on. So you have to select one of the campaigns we have, like you have to select DSCR, or you have to select conventional, or you have to select short-term rentals, because those campaigns we've proved out, and you can purchase those. They go straight to your phone. There is no clicking to competing to click it, I guess I should say, and there is no lead split on the back end. One of our loan officers just did a $1,040,000 deal as her first loan ever, because Jose pushed it through with her and helped her all the way through. She purchased that lead. So out of her $16,000 commission that she got on her first loan, she saved $8,000 by purchasing the lead herself. So we're still going to give you leads at no upfront cost with a lead split, but you can also purchase your own leads as well. The other way that we provide you to access leads in our system is to import leads. So you all get your own custom webhook, which you can use through Zapier, and you can zap leads into our system in real time. So if you buy leads from, Zillow or Free Rate Update or wherever it is that you purchase leads from, you can still purchase them from there, and then they'll go into our system instantly. You'll get a text and an email. You'll be able to call them, quote them, collect the documents, keep track of the loan, all of that in our system, just like if it's one of the leads that we give you, but it's a lead that you're purchasing from anywhere else. So all of the ways possible that you could possibly get leads, we make available here in our system. And this is the only login you have. This is the only system you're using, start to finish. As Nick said, it's for us, by us, 100% programmed by us for the way that we need it, right? And so what I want to do at this point is let Nick talk a little bit about the type of leads we get and why. Then we'll have Jose talk about his role here, and then we'll open up to questions. So Nick, if you're ready, go ahead and take it away here.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, as Kyle mentioned, we do things differently here, especially with the leads. So that's what made us so successful and why we're growing still. So we've really focused on the non-QM space. Obviously, in the past, everybody else plays in the conventional space, which is great. And the large companies that a lot of you are probably coming from spend billions of dollars on ads in those spaces. And we specifically do not want to compete with those. There's many reasons, but obviously a lot of you people that have probably read business books, obviously you don't want to just compete with people. You want to do something different. So what we like to do, and what we have liked to do for the past few years, is focus on the non-QM business. So we're going to service borrowers that the big Rockets and Loan Depots aren't even advertising to. We're going to advertise the products and services such as the non-QM, like bank statement loans, DSCR loans, all these things that they might not even know exist, but that service those needs. And we're going to do it with great rates. So we always have the best non-QM rates and programs out there. So we really just knock it out the park by doing things differently. So we don't want to compete and try to spend billions along with all these big guys. We want to do things differently, get them in the door through a program that they might not know exists, and obviously service someone who's probably not getting targeted by those big companies. And that way they're not going to shop us or really find someone else that's going to do it, because we're going to be the first and only loan officers that take the time to go through 15 LLCs and do the proper calculations so that a self-employed borrower can get a loan. Stuff that the big guys aren't going to do. And really we want to focus on that, but as Kyle always says, we want to make sure you guys know that they're still going to do conventional loans. So a lot of times someone thinks that they can't qualify because one of the big shops told them no because they didn't want to do the calculations or didn't know how to do the calculations. But when we do those calculations, we might find that a borrower who thinks they don't qualify for a conventional loan, they do. Or we might find an investor that has 20, 30 properties is going to do a DSCR loan with us, but they still have a primary home. So we still do about 50% conventional, government FHA loans. A lot of your personal deals, your family, friends, and others are going to be conventional, but we want to make sure we advertise and get people in the door and do something different with our advertising efforts in our budgets. So we really want to focus those efforts into doing something that's unique and really sets us apart. So that's basically it for the leads. Anything else you want to touch on that, Kyle?
No. I just want to, oh, Jose, you're still there? Your camera went off. Just wanted to have Jose touch on what he does here and everything that he brings to the table here, which is amazing. And then we'll get into questions. So go ahead, Jose.
How's everybody doing? Congratulations for joining us this afternoon. Great decision. Myself, I've been licensed as a full-time MLO and also as a real estate agent since September of '96. So I've been around for a while and all the ups and downs, and very glad to still be here in this great industry with all the good stuff that's going on right now. As you all noted, we are very big on support as well as our technology. When we formed this company about 3 years ago, it was because we noticed the need to be able to supply support to our team where there was very little or none available in most of the outlets that were available for us out there. So we've done pretty good at it, implemented all of our systems. I do the support meetings all day long to help people structure their loans, to help disclose files for the junior MLOs, as well as the seniors. We don't discourage everybody reaching out for support. And as Nick did mention, you see how we bring our newly minted MLOs to production really quickly with our loan structuring assistance and with our support assistance. And for you senior MLOs out there, this is also a great opportunity for you to join the team because, as was noted, the LOAs, the loan officer assistants, will be working with a senior whenever they come up with loans. So it doesn't mean they're going to be assigned to a senior permanently. What it means is when the LOA has a loan, that loan will be assigned to a senior to work along with that LOA. So that will be additional lead opportunities for you. We are killing it with the leads. Our niche is really a niche that very few companies out there are really looking to expand upon the way that we are. We're not just getting into this DSCR non-QM thing now. This was our business model when we started the company. We've executed the model very well, and we'll be very excited to have as many of you come on board as desire. The mortgage calculator is not firing, we are hiring. So soon to be, welcome aboard.
All right, thank you. Real quick, I'm going to go over the last step here, which is how to move forward, and then we'll open it up to questions. As many questions as you have, we're happy to answer them here. But just Nick, why don't you drop the link in the chat here, the sign up link. And so once you come to this link, when you're ready, you're just going to select a plan, whether you're looking to be a loan officer or a loan officer assistant. You're just going to click the button here to join. It's going to take you to a form to fill out. At that point, once you submit that, it's going to kick you over to the e-sign of the original contract, right? The initial compensation agreement. You do not have to sign it right then. Totally fine. It's going to send you an email copy. Go ahead and review it, look over it. When you're ready and you sign that initial compensation agreement, I will be the one to reach out to you and we will finish the onboarding process. So once that initial agreement is signed, I'll reach out with all of the next steps and we'll go through, getting your documentation, getting your license sponsored, all of that kind of good stuff. So go ahead and go to that link in the chat. Go ahead and sign up when you're ready, and then we'll move forward from there. So with that being said, Nick, why don't you go ahead and stop recording here, and we will get into the questions. Please drop questions in the Q&A,